Hi, this is Dennis Gage. Thanks for tuning in to My Classic Car, home of the certified car nut. Okay, what do you get when you combine 3 parts muscle Mustang, 3 parts classic Fords, 4 parts Ford Fanatics, and 1 part high-octane fuel? Well, you get the Buckeye State Fun Ford Weekend, packed with excitement here at the Norwalk Raceway Park in Ohio. Get ready for a fast and furious ride with a $10,000 purse in the mod motor class, plenty of Ford muscle, and a real fine show and shine. Joining me now is Mickey DeArmy, brand manager for both Mustang and T-Bird.
How you doing, Dennis?
Mickey, I'm doing great. What a great event. Now, you guys have been behind this for some time now, haven't you?
Been involved in this for a little while now. We originally started to try to get a little more enthusiasm back in the aftermarket on Mustang. We moved from the 5-liter Mustangs into the mod motors. A little bit of trepidation there, a lot of passion for push rods, but people are back involved now. A lot of enthusiasts out here, and it's been a great opportunity for us.
Well, it really has, and I tell you, there's plenty of mod motors over on the track, so I think it's catching on. But you hit it on the head. I mean, you've really done this at an enthusiast, at a grassroots level.
We really have, and it's allowed us to do so much more than just the racing, although that's the greatest part, for me anyway. We've got a great car show, we've got all kinds of stuff for the family, we've got a chance for us to bring dealers in, show off their products, and it allows us to bring some Mustangs in like the Bullet.
Yeah, you've displayed some pretty cool cars in a lot of categories here. But you know, I'm glad to see so many families here, so many young people back into the hobby.
It really is, and when you've got a facility like this, which is just first class, it makes it that much easier.
It is like it's like a state park that somebody dropped a drag strip in the middle of.
It really is.
And the day could not be better. It's just an absolutely perfect day. But you know, you drove down a pretty nice ride yourself. You know, those new T-Birds. I've always wanted to drive one. You don't suppose that maybe? Oh, yes. This is going to be the highlight of my day. I got to tell you. Oh. It feels so nice. I feel so good. And when you look good, you feel good. All right.
If you're a Ford fan, the Buckeye State Fun Ford Weekend is where you need to be. The festivities are held at the beautiful Norwalk Raceway Park in Norwalk, Ohio. High-octane excitement abounds at these weekend gatherings, and when there's a break in the racing action, all you have to do is stroll over to the car show to see some very nice Fords.
We support the 94 and late model Mustangs. We are actually a restyler. We're known for our light bar and the side exhaust, and we're going to be introducing our shaker hood this year. Past couple years we've been supporting it. It gives us a chance to work with everyone who's actually into the vehicles every day and enjoying them.
'70 Boss 302, beautiful car. But this thing, what were you telling me? 13,000 miles?
13,000 original miles.
This is a survivor car.
Absolutely.
And everything on it's original?
Absolutely. It's probably 80% original.
Man.
It's had some touch-up paint work done to it, but original rims, tires.
Even the original tires?
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. Now you were saying, I'd never noticed this before. He's got a black trunk lid. I always thought they were body color.
The Dearborn cars were black. Metuchen cars were body color.
Oh, now the slats, now was that an option or was that standard on the Boss 302?
They were optional. You saw a lot of cars in Pennsylvania didn't have them because they were illegal in Pennsylvania.
They're actually illegal? Gee. Go figure, you can't see out the back. Interior, deluxe interior?
It's deluxe interior with a delete option for the clock.
Man, you even got the 70
sales
brochure.
Yeah.
Man, is that Nancy Sinatra there? 4-speed car, but no clock in this, even with the deluxe interior.
Right.
Man. And of course the Boss 302 engine.
Yes.
Now, have you always been a Mustang guy? Did you always want a Boss, or have you had them? Or?
This is the second Boss that I've owned.
How did you manage to find a 13,000 mile survivor?
It was a year-long search. And it finally presented itself last fall, and we seized the opportunity and brought her home.
And she is beautiful. Do you drive it at all, or?
Very little. Close shows, parades, that
But you actually drove it here, right?
Yes. We live about 15 miles from the track, so we drove it here today.
Man, beautiful, beautiful car.
Don't like to drive it too far on 31-year-old tires.
No, that's probably smart, actually. You gone over to the track at all?
Haven't made it over there yet. Been looking at all the cars here at the show.
You thinking of taking us down the street?
Oh, absolutely
No,
not. No.
I didn't think so.
I can read all the books from 70 and
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
yeah.
live vicariously.
Yeah.
Cool car, Bob.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ann.
The action is heating up back on the track. Oh, how I love the sound of those Pro 5.0s screaming off the line. You know, It's an age-old quest to see just how big an engine can be crammed between fenders. This little Ranchero is a perfect example.
Tom, 65 Ranchero, sweet little truck. I've always loved these. But I was looking at it, I don't think it's stock.
Nope.
It's not stock, is
Nope.
it? No. Well, I mean, the mags, yeah, that was part of the giveaway. But, you know, I look inside, I see a 5-point racing harness, competition shifter. Tells me you got something special under the hood. What do you got?
Got a 4.6 Cobra motor, modular motor out of a 97 Mustang.
You have a mod motor in this?
Yep.
I got to see this.
All right.
Oh, man. You know, those things are huge. They're the size of a 429.
Yep, actually a little bit larger.
How did you get it in there?
Big shoehorn.
Big shoe. I believe it. I bet it took a lot of cutting and pasting, though.
Yep.
What possessed you to do this?
Well, I had the engine first, and I was looking for a car to put it in, and I come across this little truck, and
Perfect.
I said,
Well, not
this will
exactly.
work, but it took a little bit more than I planned on.
It's really cool, though. Now, did you bring it out here to race?
Yeah, I brought it out this morning to run, and just couldn't get any traction with it, so I brought it over to the show and enjoy the show.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you know, these Fun Ford weekends are a blast. You've been to any before?
Yep, been coming to them for years.
And is this a kind of a crowd pleaser?
Yeah, it seems to be. Seems to be.
Do a lot of people go, that can't be?
Yep, they walk by, oh, Ranchero, and they stop, and they turn around and come back and go, whoa.
Well, you're a maniac, but I respect that.
Thanks.
Cool car.
When you ask most car enthusiasts what a GMC Sprint is, they just scratch their head. And if you flash them a picture, they'd say, why, it's a Chevy El Camino. Well, that'd be close, but no cigar. The Sprint model was built on GM's A-body from 1971 to 1977. Basically, the GMC and Sprint badging sets it apart from the El Camino. This 71 Sprint packs a little more punch than normal. It totes a 454 big block.
Today we're in Loveland, Colorado with Dan Carr. Dan, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dennis.
And his extremely unique car, truck, whatever, a 1971 GMC Sprint. And Dan, I got to be honest, I didn't even know these existed till I was looking for a big block El Camino to do a story on.
And I didn't either until I went looking for one, and I ended up with this.
Well, it sure looks like an El Camino. What
Thank you.
all's going to make it different?
The VIN number starting with a 5 instead of a 1 is the first giveaway. And of course the emblems. GMC did not want any Chevrolet emblems on their vehicle, so this has a different set than an El Camino would have.
So you got this one back here, the GMC Sprint.
Yes, on the tailgate, on the fenders, and on the front grille. Also the wheel center caps, on the optional wheel center caps have GMC, and the steering wheel and dash as well.
Well, this is just beautiful. I mean, the bed alone is just fabulous. What kind of vehicle did you start with? Was it
was a great vehicle. It had a little bit of paint oxidation, but one small dent here on the wheel well, but that was the worst thing that ever happened to it.
Wow. Did you bring it back in a factory color?
Yes, this is Nevada Silver. It's a 1971 only GM color, silver with some blue in it.
Yeah, and I've always loved the El Camino back window. You could look in there so nicely. But I got to tell you, that's a very unique choice on the interior color.
Yes, they call it sandalwood. It's a two-tone medium and light tan. I talked to the original owner of the vehicle, and he ordered it this way because he wanted the lightest color interior that was available.
Well, you know, it works though. It looks great.
Yeah, I really do like it. I've never seen a Chevelle with this color combination, although it was available on that as well.
Now, how about the interior options here? What all do you have?
First of all, it has the tack and gauge package, the bucket seats, which are somewhat unusual, the console. Also, the optional sport steering wheel with the Sprint horn button, and the GMC emblem on the dash is part of the Sprint.
Now, have you had to restore the interior?
All we did is replace the carpeting and re-dye some of the vinyl the original color, but it's mostly original.
Original upholstery?
Yes.
It's unbelievable. How many miles?
About 52,000 actual miles.
Wow. Now, these were, like I said, they're very rare. How many did they make?
About 5,500 in 71. It was the first year for the GMC Sprint. Of those, 249 came with the SP package, which was similar to the El Camino SS. And of those 249, most of them were 350s, a few 400s. About 25 were the 454.
So this is one of 25.
Yes.
That is amazing. Cowl induction, of course, you got a 454. Was that standard with the 454?
That was an extra cost option on top of the SP 454.
Man, this guy got everything on this thing.
Yes, he did. He ordered all the good stuff. I thanked him for doing that.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, you know, the front too is GMC. It sports the GMC badging there.
Yeah, the GMC grille emblem and the engine size emblem were specific to the GMC Sprint and not the El Camino. The SP emblem was a little add-on I did myself.
I bet some of those are pretty tough to replace.
Yes, the GMC grill emblem is really hard to find. It was only used in 71 and 2, and I know a lot of people that need one right now.
But they can't have this one.
No.
Well, let's pull the pins and unleash the beast here. I want to see that 454.
Okay, let's take a look.
Oh, an Invader 454.
Yeah, that was GMC's name for the V8s, the 350, 400, and 454.
So am I looking at a bone stock Invader there?
Yeah, this engine is the original engine to this vehicle. We reused all of the original components, block, heads, everything, except we did change pistons, cam, and a few internal components.
Well, beautiful restoration. Do you drive it at all?
I've driven it about 3,000 miles in the 5 years that I've had it.
Beautiful day. What do you say we roll on just a few more?
Let's do it.
All right. I'll get this side. Let's roll.
A beautiful day in the Colorado countryside made for a great Saturday morning ride. Dan has done a fantastic job on restoring this big block Sprint. Our little joyride gave me a feel for what monsters these babies are.
I like the Sprint, you know, gives it a kind of a sporty look on the steering wheel there.
Yeah, I really like this wheel. It's the first year they used this wheel.
Now, was it, I mean, is that the spoke pattern and everything special to this car, or?
This wheel actually was used starting in 1971 and then used throughout the 70s on a lot of different GM cars. You can even find this wheel on a Chevette, believe it or not.
No kidding.
But the Sprint horn button is very rare. That's a hard piece to find.
Yeah. You know, it rides so nice too. It's very smooth, and it's fairly soft, certainly compared to the GS.
Yeah. This is more what it would have been like stock, although it does
Yeah.
have polygraphite bushings and the heavy anti-sway bars and all of that.
Well, does it hook up pretty well? Like when you take off?
Yeah, that actually don't give it quite so much throttle. It'll bite a little better.
Uh-huh.
A lot of it's tires, of course.
Sure.
These are just you know, road radials. They're not any kind of drag
No performance or anything.
drag radials or anything.
But it does, the color too looks great in this light.
Mm-hmm.
The black stripes don't look marvelous.
Yeah.
Now, could you have even gotten this with air conditioning or not?
Hey, you could have ordered it with air conditioning. The original owner chose not to do it because he lived in the San Luis Valley and it's pretty cold there.
That's surprising though. I mean, he almost loaded it up with everything else.
Yeah, he did. He picked all the goodies, all the performance goodies, all the wow cool stuff, and didn't go for the extra
The frills,
comforts.
the creature comforts.
Although I think these bucket seats are pretty comfortable.
Yeah, they are. Now, would this have said Chevelle or something?
Correct. On a Chevelle, that would say Chevrolet.
Okay.
Same with El Camino.
Right, this thing is just in fabulous shape.
Yeah, it was just amazing.
Nothing like a 454.
That's right.
Got to kind of hop up here into the driveway. Got to tell you, Dan, pretty stout ride.
Thank you very much. It was a pleasure and honor having you here today.
Oh, it's beautiful. And that was my first ever ride in a GMC Sprint. I hope it's not my last.
Well, maybe you'll see another one out there, but there aren't too many.
Well, and I may have seen the nicest one. Great
think so.
work, and thanks again.
Thank you.